Hi, my loves. Okay, so this is just a little quick intro into Elevate. More around kind of the container and how it works, just so you have a good sense about how the sessions are going to be running, because I didn't want to take any time in the actual session to do this. So let's see. So the sessions are done in Zoom, which is just a quick, easy download. And so you'll want to make sure that that is taken care of so you can hop on the session when we start. And so there's a chat box. So the way it works is it's like a video conference essentially if you've never used Zoom. So you can either, choose to have your picture kind of muted out. You'll be on mute when you enter, so you don't have to worry about that. But you can either, let me see your lovely face or not, depending on how you feel that day. I love seeing faces, but if you feel better not having your face on the camera, I totally understand. And some people, will go back and forth with it. So it's just whatever you feel most comfortable with. And so with Elevate, it's going to be purely group work. So we're going to start with usually a grounding meditation, some energy healing, and then, the channeled guidance for the group starts coming through. We won't be doing any personal questions or personal work, so you don't have to worry about coming with questions or anything like that. That's something that I do more of in my Activate group. So if you ever decide that you would like to move into something where you can ask personal questions about your life, your work, relationships, that kind of thing, feel free to reach out to me. But for this group, we'll just be doing the pure group channeling, which, my intention for each session is that everybody receives exactly what they need in that moment. And of course, the healing and the guidance it's layered, so that if you feel guided to go back and rewatch a session, you can receive new levels of healing and new information. And it will be working with you at that place in your energy. So something new will come forward, which I think is a really wonderful thing about these sessions and these healings. So the sessions I'm going to really let the energy and the guidance kind of dictate how long the sessions are going to be. I suspect they'll usually be about an hour. Sometimes they'll be more like 45 minutes. Sometimes the energies coming through are really strong and we won't want to push push anything. So I will be allowing the guidance and the energy of the group to kind of determine how long those sessions are, but usually about an hour. I can't imagine it would ever be less than 45 minutes and probably not ever longer than an hour and 15. And even that might be a bit much. So just sort of generally count on an hour, and we'll see how it all unfolds. Right, let's see, what else? What else? I may, while it is going to be all just group work, I may occasionally be prompted to ask, hey, what are you working on right now? What is feeling really present or challenging in your world right now? And so, if I ask that question, you can just pop in. You don't have to answer if you don't want to, but you can just pop in with hey, I'm working on money right now, or I'm working on relationships right now, or just keep it really, brief and quick so I can just get a bit of an overview about where the group is and what you guys are all working on, because I think sometimes there will be themes and we can dive into those more, which is always fun. So the other thing that I want to mention is I've sort of channeled out what the months are going to be, and that is those are going to be all laid out on the Elevate page, which is just amberadrian.com/elevate. So you can go and kind of refresh yourself on what each month is, if you want to. And I will be sending out the months in the group email at the beginning of each month. So what we'll be working on and how to join each session with times and all that fun stuff. So you'll always get that at the beginning of the month, so you know exactly what the links are and all that fun stuff. And I will be sending out the replays afterwards, maybe right afterwards, maybe a day or two later. And of course, the work is just as powerful in replay as it is live. So if you have to miss a live session for any reason, don't worry about it. It will be just as powerful in the recording. And again, as I said, you can watch recordings over and over again if you feel called, and you'll receive new Hello, this is the first time I've talked today. You'll receive new levels of healing and new levels of guidance with each rewatching. So you might want to bookmark the replays and have a little folder for yourself so that you can always access them. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, I was going to say about the month. So the first session of each month will be what I've channeled for the month in terms of the guides we're going to be working on, the information we're going to be working on. And then the second session of the month may dive into something different. Maybe it will, be more guided by the group around what you guys are working on, or maybe we'll use that second session to delve in more deeply into the work of the month. It'll just kind of be, it's always all channeled. It's always just all coming, through me that way. So it will always be perfect, but just to set the expectations, the first session will be around the specific guides and the specific information for that month. And then the second session is kind of a free-for-all. So that'll be fun. All right, I think that's it. Let's just see, is there anything I'm missing? I don't think so. I think the only other thing is give yourself plenty of time for integration with these sessions. You might want to have water. I tend to drink a lot of water during the sessions, and the water really helps to keep emotions moving, to keep energy moving. So just make sure you're really hydrated through these sessions and afterwards. If possible, make sure to have time after the session to rest, to go to sleep if you need to journal if anything comes up, and just know that this work is deep. So if things come up, emotions, energy, if you have a kind of powerful experience, just trust your own guidance, trust your own knowing. You can work with your own guides. That's something we'll be working on in sessions, how to heal ourselves, how to work with our own guidance, our own higher selves, our own counsel. So just, trust yourself, trust what you need. You can always, if you feel like something really big and powerful come up, or a purge of emotion or something like that, just know that everything is always happening in your highest good. Know that whatever is coming up to leave. It will serve you, even if it feels kind of sticky and intense in the moment. And so just really check in with yourself and follow what feels right to you. And maybe it feels right to really throw a tantrum and really unleash the emotions. Maybe it feels right to kind of step back and gently observe without judging. And so while we're not doing any personal work in this group, if you ever need a one-on-one with me, please feel free to reach out anytime. The way I work always is usually shifting, depending on the energy, my energy, and what's feeling fun to me at that moment. But I always make space for kind of long-term clients, which you guys are, being in this group. And I usually offer, lower. Ooh, I have a session in 5 minutes, so my alarm just went off. Sorry about that. I always have space for you if you need, some one-on-one attention, and I usually have kind of specials for clients. So just reach out if you ever need that. And yeah, that's good. I'm really excited to get started with you, and sending you lots of love, and see you soon.